Amira Lollysa joined the cast of 90 Day Fiancé Season 8 eager to begin a new life with her long-distance partner, Andrew. But getting from her hometown in France to Andrew in the United States proved harder than expected on account of the pandemic. After a series of arguments, manipulation, and 2 failed attempts to enter the US, Lollisa decided to break things off with Andrew. Now, newly single Lollisa lives in Las Vegas where she's enjoying the nightlife, dating, friends, and traveling. The introspective cast member has become a fan favorite because she seems to learn and grow in challenging situations. Lollysa's many thoughtful quotes showcase her resilience and her always evolving mindset. Maybe she should have had this epiphany before Mexico, if not sooner. But Lollisa did eventually come to the conclusion that she needed to take control of her life and end the relationship. She spoke these words during a tell-all episode, but it seems clear that she internalized them when she returned to France. Lollisa ended up realizing that pursuing Andrew had been a mistake and, luckily, she figured it out in time for the couple to break up with relative ease. All things considered, Lollisa initially comes across as slightly naive, ignoring Andrew's many red flags for the sake of the relationship. But as the season progresses, she finds her own voice and, ultimately, does what's best for her. It also becomes apparent that Lollisa isn't naive. Rather, she's a hopeful and romantic soul who is always daydreaming about love. While things begin to fall apart with Andrew, Lollisa continues to remain hopeful for her future happiness. However, when she realizes her happiness doesn't depend on Andrew, she stops wasting her time and moves on to a new journey. Lollisa was candid in the series about feeling like she doesn't fit in very well in her small French hometown of Saumur. She attributes that, in part, to the fact that she's half French and half Egyptian. Throughout the series, Lollisa hints at the fact that it's not just love that she's searching for. She says she is attempting to find herself via traveling and new experiences. Since ending things with Andrew, she's done exactly that, traveling to Canada and California, and settling, at least temporarily, in Las Vegas. So many cast members continue on in toxic relationships, even after everyone in their lives tells them not to. It took Lollisa a little while to internalize the advice of her loved ones. However, she began taking a mental note of Andrew's behavior, as well as her support system's reaction to that behavior, almost immediately. In her case, Lollisa's best friends and family members gave her some solid advice. Lollisa noticed her friends and family had their reservations about Andrew, and it seems like she had plenty of her own reservations as well. Unlike other cast members, Lollisa was never oblivious. She was watching and waiting, and eventually made the right decision. Lollisa's father was incredibly loving and supportive while she struggled to navigate her relationship with Andrew. Hamdi had valid concerns about Andrew and the risky trips Lollisa was making to attempt to reunite with him, and he was not shy about expressing those concerns to his daughter. Related, the most beloved parents of 90 Day Fiancé cast members. Even though Lollisa disregarded her father's advice in the past, she clearly places a lot of importance on his opinion. When she calls him for support at the airport, she finally takes his advice, breaks up with Andrew, and returns home to France. Because Lollisa listened to her father's wisdom, she avoided prolonged misery in her failing relationship. Andrew wanting to have kids right away was always a sore subject for Lollisa, who said on the show that she wanted them, but not immediately. She is smart enough to recognize if she's being forced into something she doesn't want to do, and stubborn enough, in a good way, to refuse to cave to his demands. So often couples think having children will fix their troubled relationship when, in reality, that is almost never the case. Children can add additional strain and stress to a bad relationship and can make an already difficult situation worse. It's admirable that Lollisa prioritizes her wants and needs. Lollisa has gained self-worth and confidence, which is evident in her newfound outlook on dating. It doesn't seem like she'll be jumping into anything serious again anytime soon. Instead, she's casually dating and enjoying time with herself, her friends, and her family. That being said, she has been getting close to another former 90 Day cast member. Lollisa has been seen hanging out with David Murphy, formerly of Lana and David, from season 4 of Before the 90 Days. Fans seem to agree that, if the reality stars do end up together, they will chalk David and Lollisa up to a rebound relationship. While Lollisa was detained in Mexico, Andrew was enjoying a beach vacation. He rode four-wheelers, ate at a fancy steakhouse, got a massage, and practiced self-care. While on the phone with Andrew, days after her release, he told her all about his vacation and began planning a new country from where Lollisa should attempt to enter the US. Related, The 10 biggest villains on 90 Day Fiancé ranked this phone call was a game changer for Lollysas. It appeared to be the moment she realizes Andrew is not capable of empathy. Meanwhile, she spent months doing whatever he asked of her and constantly worrying about his well-being. Lollysas vowed to put herself first after things with Andrew went bad, and she's done just that. Lollysas now knows she deserves better. According to updates on 90 Day Diaries, she's thriving, which is a testament to the fact that, for her, this journey isn't only about finding love from other people, it's also about learning to love herself. Lollysas is repairing her relationship with her father. She's also working in healthcare and says enjoys helping people. It seems obvious she's better off without Andrew in her life, and after all of the work she's put into trying to love herself again, it's likely she won't end up with someone like him in the future. Unlike Andrew, who keeps jumping into poorly thought out plans, Mexico and Serbia, to name a few, Lollysas is always attempting to learn the depth and breadth of the situation. On more than one occasion, she is pressured by Andrew into doing something she is uncomfortable with, without having enough time to fully analyze her decision. However, eventually, she seems to become aware of this and begins to push back. This realization marked the beginning of the end for Andrew and Lollysas.